So the other day I was watching Chicago City Council meeting, of course, where your boy Brandon Johnson got roasted up. You know, it was funny. I love to see Brandon Johnson getting roasted up. And of course, it made Forbes breaking news as a viral hit piece for the second time in a month. They had two of these, both of them went viral. But most of the stories I cover on this channel have to do with the African-American perspective. Whenever I see somebody non-black complaining about things in the city council meetings, it's not that I don't listen, I just don't play it because I want it to be for the black experience and talk about that which I can relate to. However, in that particular city hall meeting, there were about 9 speakers, 7 of them black. I focused on 4 of them. 2 were Hispanic. And out of that, I noticed something. Immigrants don't like migrants. I know we don't believe that, but there is a particular hostility coming from not just Americans, immigrants who came here legally. Let's play the first clip.
I'm a constituent of the Gage Park neighborhood. Since June, you decide to turn our park into a shelter. Our community is running lawless with illegal Venezuelans taking over our streets. We feel like prisoners in our own homes. As a taxpayer, we can't even enjoy our own park anymore. We are unable to take walks. Our amazing programs have been removed, especially for the disabled children that live near this park. We worked hard to improve our park, our neighborhood, but because of your irresponsible move, this is not impossible. Their illegal cars are parking on the residents' permit street. They are selling food without permit, causing traffic, yet no police reinforcement to help us. Guys are standing on the side of the building, doing God knows what, riding their bicycles around the neighborhood and looking to break into our houses, garages, and cars. Smoking weed and drinking in the park in broad daylight. You guys threw us to the wolves, and now we have to deal with the trouble you brought to our neighborhood. Unlike the illegals, as a legal immigrant myself, I know what I had to do to enter your country. I was required to do a background check, vaccinations, pay an expensive fee, bring a work letter from my previous job. Shall I go on? Some might be good, but the others are here to cause trouble. For example, my neighbors had their car broken into, packages stolen from their front yards, and someone pee on my property. Yes. I'm requesting Alderman Vasquez, Mayor Johnson, and those who made this decision to walk our neighborhood and see what's happening there. You want to look good by helping them, yet we taxpayers are left behind. We are now being put in harm's way because of the crimes they commit in our neighborhood. Your no-consequence policy tells them it's okay to commit these damn crimes. Now, what about the citizen and the legal immigrants who came before them? We're still waiting years for our own families to enter this country legally. It is frustrating to see our voice censored and feeling hopeless. Finally, we know the illegals are returning in the middle of the night, parking our residential permit area, acting if the shelter is a bed and breakfast. They need to leave now. We want our park back, and we demand that. It's not fair. You guys putting us in jeopardy. Kids cannot go outside. 2 weeks ago, someone was peeing in my yard. A lady grabbed a branch of a tree and took my package from Amazon. They are break to cars. 6:53 a.m. I have videos to prove. Break into cars, and we cannot do nothing about it. Cops come, they see, and they go away.
Now, this lady sounds like she's on the same side as the African Americans. She's like, look, I came to this country. I did what I was supposed to do for this country and got in the way that I came in. These other people are damaging to my quality of life. They're making noise. They're doing X, Y, and Z. Why are they here? Somebody can say, well, hey, this particular person is your people. Why do you talk to them like that? Or why do you talk about them like that? It's simple. I want to give you an example. Anybody who comes from the black community, the urban center of Black America, once you go off to college, this is not everybody, but it's some people. You move into a neighborhood pretty much away from all the people in your neighborhood. And then you start noticing that, you know, certain other folks is coming to the neighborhood that you left. You're going to be like, man, but I worked so hard to get away from those people. Like, why are they here? Like, you know, they're going to cause problems. And blacks, we can feel like that about ourselves, okay? We all know it's true. We all got somebody that we don't want living around us. We don't want them around us, a certain group of kind of people. The same happens for these immigrants. They left a certain situation, and some of them, you might say that we have self-hate, but that exists too. They don't want them there. They don't like really where they're from. They came to America, worked hard to get away from that situation. Let's go to the next person.
Hi to everyone. My name is Juana Galan. I'm from Gage Park neighborhood. I'm here to say to all representatives, you are the one who put us in this issue, and we are the taxpayers. The taxpayers. We are the ones who put you there. So the less you can do is do your job and bring us our safety back. And I have the right to say it in Spanish as well, and I will. Estoy representando a la comunidad de Gage Park. Ustedes pusieron este problema en nuestras manos. Trajeron a los refugiados a nuestra comunidad. La mayoría de nosotros ni siquiera lo supo hasta que ya estaban ahí. Nosotros nos quejamos porque están haciendo de nuestras vidas un problema. Mis hijos no pueden salir al parque. Mis hijos ni siquiera pueden estar en mi propia yarda porque se quejan del olor de la marihuana, algo que antes no pasaba. Tal vez nuestros vecindarios no eran los mejores para vivir, pero ustedes lo han hecho peor. Nosotros los pusimos en donde están y ustedes tienen la obligación de escucharnos. Y también se lo digo a los medios de comunicación. Si yo me quejo en español, espero que los medios de comunicación en español se hagan presente. Gracias, Univisión, por estar presente y por hacer nuestra voz que se escuche. We want our safety back. It's not fair for our kids. It's not fair for our elders. It's not safe for our special kids' needs. You take the field house from us. And our neighborhood is trash now. I dare you to walk by there at night. And I promise you, you will not like it and you will not be back there. Les pido a nuestros representantes hispanohablantes, están ahí por una razón, los pusimos por una razón, porque confiamos en ustedes y nos están fallando. The system is failing us. We are the ones who put you there. And we are the ones who can take you back the power.
Same thing here, all right? Now, we got to also understand that, and I'm not trying to say that every immigrant is somebody you shouldn't trust or whatever, but I've noticed this, and I'm going to give you an example. Don't get mad. I wanted to come to Africa a long time ago. In 2022, I went to Nigeria. Loved it. First time I ever went. It's a lifelong dream to go to Africa, but I went there. I used to try to get information about Nigeria or Ghana, people that was from there. Do you know what they would tell me? Don't go there. Stay here. What you want to go to Africa for? And do what? Nigeria is this or Ghana is that. I'm going to be honest. Anybody who's an African American and you lived in the States, one of your first gateways to Africa, if you have a friend that grew up in America that's from Africa and they have a positive thing to say about their country, but do you know what? A lot of folks say negative things about their country. Like, you'd be surprised at how many people that have left a respective country hate that place. They look at it in a bad way. My family wants to use me. I will never go back there. I saw a lady in Luxembourg talking about, you know, how she never want to return to her home country and all of it. She will never go. It's terrible. Her kids gonna stay there. And I guess the same thing is true with them. And if you see, like, let me play this clip of this guy who's actually a Border Patrol person, right?
When somebody is arrested for crossing illegally, are there any checks at all on these migrants? Do we have any idea who they are actually in the countries that they came from, what kind of lives they led in their home countries?
You know, their fingerprints are run against our records here in the United States, and not all countries share their records with us. So if we don't have access to their records, if they haven't committed any crimes here in the United States, then all we have to go by is what they say. And, obviously they're not, if they have a criminal history, they're not going to tell us about it. And not enough is being done. Obviously what happened to this young lady is tragic. Unfortunately, it will continue to happen until somebody gets serious about this.
Right. So we don't know. Someone comes across the border. We know there's a huge number of people, hundreds of thousands from Venezuela, where this man was from. We don't know that he might have been a killer, a convicted killer in Venezuela, and he just shows up at our border and says, I'm applying for asylum. We have no way of checking.
No way of checking. I mean, it's on the honor system, which is a shame when the first thing you do in our country is break the law, and then we're supposed to take your word for it. And everything else you say after that is the truth. It's ridiculous. It's silly. If these countries aren't willing to share their records with us, there's no way we should let these folks in the country.
Now, this is the person that's a Hispanic American. You would think that, well, okay, his parents may have come over as an immigrant before, but that don't matter. Right now, that guy is on the side of America. He don't care nothing about a migrant. That's just how it is. And I'm not trying to say that, we ought to start joining forces with the black and brown or whatever. I'm not saying that. But I have noticed that a lot of immigrants do not like these migrants either, because they're feeling like, look, I had to work for what I got. I worked low paying jobs. I'm paying taxes. Send them back. And a lot of times their voices are even louder than ours on social media. Like, it's a really big discussion in certain places. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, City Jackson, back at it again with another episode of Fair Use. I'm out.